So my video today is inspired from spending time with Janet Nash and her community on Monday morning, which is when she goes live. And in that session, Janet was scraping paint. And I have to tell you that watching someone create scraping paint is very relaxing, and it's also very inspiring, especially if you're like me. I've been battling a cold, which you can probably hear in my voice, since the day after Christmas. So haven't really been feeling creative, and this sort of got me to get a few paints out, grab a scraper, and just have a play. And the end result was I had a blast, and I also ended up with something that I was very pleased with. So I hope you'll enjoy. My substrate is this box that came, almost went into the trash or recycle, but managed to stick around, and I'm glad it did, because I'm just gonna deconstruct it and I'm going to scrape paint on top of it. And I have no idea at this point how it's gonna look, but it's just playing, and in the end, if I don't like what I've created, I can probably make it into something that I like. But the whole idea of this is just to relax, have fun. Like I said, I've been battling this cold, don't really feel like creating, so I thought maybe this would get me back in my creative groove. So one of the fun things about playing is that, for me, I don't go into it with really any kind of direction or end result that I'm looking for. I'm literally playing moment by moment, step by step. So I am playing with colors that I don't normally go for. So here I've got a blue and a pink, and struggling to get the orange to comply. And I'm just gonna scrape and see what I end up with. My scraper is a Dunkin' Donut gift card that I really hope my kids downloaded the amount for, because now it is a craft tool. And immediately I am really excited about what I'm seeing, because what I didn't realize is that the top of this box has a very subtle imprint, almost looks like alligator skin or something like that. And it is, of course, allowing the paint to sort of settle in its subtle raised areas, and I am seeing the pattern through the colors, and it is really, really, really cool. Here I had set some black paint up to put some recycled items into, but I used the black from the card and just put some little hash marks on there, and now I'm playing with toilet paper roll and black circles, a nice dark contrast to the somewhat lighter colors underneath, and I can already feel like the excitement of the creative play happening, because it's now going from just colors to patterns, and they just excite you to try the next thing. And so I have saved a few different items I think there's a bottom to a salad greens container. There's a bottom to a package of candies that we had over the holidays. I'm going to use a straw. I'm going to use some bottle caps. And of course, I'm going to keep using my Dunkin' Donuts scraper and just play. So I hope you enjoy watching the process. I'm going to be quiet now and give my voice a break. But you enjoy and be inspired. Okay, so the top is done, it's drying, and now I decided, having too much fun, to stop now. I'm going to scrape paint onto the bottom of the box. The bottom didn't have the same texture as the top, so I knew I was getting a different look, but that's kind of what I'm going for. And I'm playing with some colors. Now, I've learned orange, green, and blue are okay colors, but when you use them at the same time and they start to blend together, you're gonna get a little bit of a muddy look. So I was fine here, but as soon as I pulled the orange in with the paint that was on my card, as you can see, it started to go a little muddy. I didn't care because I'm playing. I keep saying that word, but I say it because I'm not only reminding you, but I'm reminding myself that I am, in fact, just playing. I want to end up with something that I can use in the end, which I know I will, but if I start to take it too seriously, the fun stops, and honestly, because of the way I'm feeling, the whole project would have stopped. So I just keep on going, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, I loved the end result, so stick with me. So now that these are dry, what do I do with them? Well, I could use one and make a really cool journal cover out of them. I could even cut these down to a photo size, let's say like 5x7, and frame them, and I think they would look stunning in a craft room, a bathroom, anywhere, because they're really pretty. But I am going to actually cut these down into ATC size cards, which would be 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, because I have I have some ATCs that I need to send out for a couple of swap groups that I'm in, and I'd also like to send a few pieces of Happy Mail out, and ATC cards are always fun to give and receive. So that's what I'm going to do with these 2 pieces, and from here on out, you'll just see me trimming them down. Now, what I like to do, which you'll see, I like to turn them upside down so that I can't really see or dictate how the pattern is going to look on the other side. For me, it just makes the process that much funner, and I think there's a lot of you that would agree. And now for the fun part, which is looking at the other sides and seeing what we have. And honestly, I really can honestly say I'm never disappointed with what I'm looking at. And the colors pop, the designs, they break up nicely. I just love how these turned out. I could do this all day. The second batch turned out just as nice. Remember, I used the bottom of the box, and the bottom didn't have quite the same texture that the top had, and I love that because it's different, and these colors really, really worked nicely. Remember in the beginning, I had said how the orange started to muddy up the blue and greens. Well, that might have bugged me a little bit when it was a solid piece, but after I've gone through and broken them down into the smaller sizes, I don't even think about that muddy look anymore. I'm just loving how each card has its own personality, and that is in large part due to the colors and, of course, the patterns that we've added using our recycled items. So this is my batch of ATC cards, and again, I had a fun time doing this, scraping paint and using recycled items to get some patterns and designs. I would encourage you to look at your recycle differently, because out of it could come something really, really beautiful and fun.